What is up, YouTube? Kendra Gomez here. Don't want to shout too much. Hopefully I'm loud enough today. Just watched one of my episodes and audio was terrible. Anyway, story time. My own vehicles. Like when I was younger, after getting my permit, after getting my permit and so on, I came up with the feeling of I'm going to get my first car before I get my license because of time issues and all of that, trying to get the final license test done. I just was like, I'm done with it. I'm going to get my car first, then I'm going to get my license. And truthfully, I did. My first car was a 1996 Nissan Bluebird. It was not the triple S, I don't even know if it was a full package, but it was a unique car to say the least. When I got it, I bought it from a family member of mine for about $1,200. Money wasn't flowing like that, so I just did a payment plan with them, young dude, so on. Got the car, drove the car home. Gone home that day, changed my work clothes into, working clothes, and jumped in the car, figured out how to rip the back seat down. Mind you, this is my first vehicle. And I got the back seat off, climbed into the back trunk, and anybody walking by would have probably be like, what the hell? All they can hear is bam, 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 from inside the trunk. Until bloop, back trunk open. Bam, 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 here and there. Got it where it can close, open. So now it works. And I can actually access it at will with no issues now. First time I've probably fixed anything like that on the car, on my first car, on the first day. So now, of course, young dude, in a car we're gonna be a bit, that's why insurance tends not to like us much, but hey. Within a week or two, I was already on the highway racing. Mind you, this is the first time I really was getting comfortable with a car. But I recognized something. Even though in my little bit of knowledge, I recognized this. A small car like this with 4 disc brakes. You heard me correctly. I had a 1996 Bluebird, Nissan Bluebird, which had 4 disc brakes, front and rear. Somebody else in the yard that I was in had a Bluebird also. Their own was not front and rear disc brakes. Anyway, shooting down the highway, racing with can't remember, but racing, down the highway, just having fun, I came, I'm just in the mood and I'm just, driving. And I'm like, is there not an end to this highway? And I'm like, oh shit. So all I was thinking in my mind, I had confidence that the car can stop, but I didn't want it to stop while dragging tire. So I started to kill my speed, drop my speed, while pressing on the brakes. And I was able to stop the car with no problem way before the end of the highway without any screeching or anything. So I'm like, cool, wow. This car's nice. Over time, I did minor work on the car. I got in 2 accidents in the car. Both of them were not when I was racing. Both of them were like under 10 miles per hour, basically. I was technically in the wrong, but it was mainly because of the negligence of the other driver. Second one was when I just rebuild the whole front end of this car. So a car coming around, barreling around a curve. Mind you, he had way more than enough time to simply, oh, okay. This guy stopped. just clinch. I rammed into him because I was close and I was trying to get out of everybody's way because he was pissing everybody off, like I said, holding up traffic. So I was trying to get out of his way, so I was on his bumper. Like I said, I was in the wrong technically, but his negligence, I basically rode off my front end. So I went home, dragging that car, literally bumper dragging. If you didn't see the car when it got in an accident that day, you wouldn't have known by that night that that car was in an accident. It's a light body Nissan, so hammer, pliers and all of that, I literally rebuilt it. Anyway, that car went down because of a transmission problem, which was so funny. I didn't realize when I first got the car it was a 4-wheel drive Nissan Bluebird, which was weird because I never saw anything else like that on this island. And I ended up breaking the transmission because of some fixture they had. Some smart aleck decided to put on the side of the road, like when you go to drive down and park, and the car transmission landed on it and basically cracked a hole in the transmission. So yeah, that went out in a lot of smoke and embarrassment. My second car was same church that I attended. They had a blue van. The blue van was a Ford Aerostar. I can't remember, 96 also, I believe. I got that license in my own name, which it cost me a lot of money at the time. I think I was around 22, maybe 23 or something like that. And you know, I kept it clean. Like, I kept it really clean. You know, I put brand new tires on it, brand new hood caps, as much as I hated hood caps, and the paint was real nice on it, so it looked immaculate driving down the road. You know, but as in Ford fashion, power steering and whatever, like, things started to kind of act up in a way. But what happened is I ended up selling it before everything went to hell. That wasn't on purpose, that wasn't maliciously, but by chance it happened like that. Strange enough, those two vehicles, like my first one, the Bluebird, I really liked that car. Second one was fine, you know. I mean, it was, like I said, I kept it clean, it looked nice and stuff like that. Third car, the lovely illustrious. I was trying to get my hand on a Z250Z, yellow one, body kit, everything, really nice looking car. I wasn't able to get it. Guy was selling it for about like 4 or 5. I ended up getting $5,000 and getting from a good friend of mine a 1994 Toyota 2JZ GTE Aristo. That's the S147 body. I got this car with silver TRD rims, staggered rims, spoiler painted black, and a complimentary Ninja on the side that was the same color of the car. So I kid you not, every time I beat somebody on the road, they'd be like, "Boy, man, I wasn't expecting why you had to do me that bad." And then they looked at the car and they'd be like, "Oh, that's what I got myself into." Because, like, you would not have noticed the Ninja until you got your ass whooped, essentially. And I kid you not, reason why I liked it so much, I always wanted a a 4-door race car. You know, at least for my first one, I was thinking, you know, if I have to carry others, I can do that with no problem. Plus, I still can have fun with it. And believe me, that car was fun. It was really, really much fun. When it came to Lexus and Toyotas, I preferred the Toyota versions over the Lexus versions for, you know, different reasons. In the Bahamas, we drive on the left-hand side, so I prefer a right-hand drive, especially when it's in a sports car, because when you need to get in and out, it's way more effective and useful. So yeah, you know, that, like I said, that was my favorite car. I refused to sell it even after I got into like a head problem, where water was leaking into the oil. And around that time, I was a bit mentally and physically stressed. I think I mentioned that in my other video. By the time I already had like 20-inch Daytons and everything on the car, which wasn't on purpose. I knew better, but my staggered wheels got broken from the badass road in the Bahamas. But the car was sitting. I wasn't doing that much work on it because, like I said, I was worn out. Eventually, a deal came up where I could get my hands on a 4-door twin turbo Legacy 4-cylinder car, but that deal ended up falling through, which was a bugging because just how the Aristo, I cheated the system with the Aristo, I was going to cheat the system with that, because I still would have had a 4-door passenger car, but would have had the power and the fun, basically like a turbo Honda Odyssey. So as a family car. So that fell through, and I ended up buying another S147 Aristo, but it was naturally aspirated. This essentially was a lemon, a waste of like $1,200. I started to strip it down and rebuild the black one. Around that time, somebody ended up coming and asking, to buy it, and I said, you know what, okay, because right then and there, I'm like, what I want to do with the car, I could not afford right then, and I needed to set up situations like business, money saving, and all of that, so I could really do to these vehicles what I want to do. Got swung out some money with that deal, but with the money what I did got, I ended up buying the Volvo you see in the intro, which essentially was another lemon. I still have that car, but I'm looking at it more, and once it doesn't have any major issues with the engine, or at least more than likely, regardless if it has an engine or transmission problem, I most likely might still end up building it, even if it's just for the channel. As is, I'm looking forward to working on that. Like I said, but the P15 being the first one, this SV650 in the back, yeah, you got a sneak peeks at the light. So right now, my whole lineup is simply this: temporary, which is single Z, the SV650, so I can have it road ready, drive it, and while I'm riding that, I'm gonna build a P15, which the P15 was my vehicle that I got after the gray car. After I got rid of the gray car and had the Volvo sitting, obviously, lemon. So, and then after that would be this. I know a dude who like literally was my age. This dude would flip your cars like every other month, which is good for each one. But I normally used to buy cars because I wanted them and I wanted to actually drive them, wanted to actually have fun with them. So that was me. That is me. So yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this short moment of talking. Hopefully it wasn't too much rambling around. But I would say this. Stay tuned to this channel, because you will get a taste of the Bahamian experience as this VeDuc 30 days of Christmas, 30 days of December, is taking place. Yeah, that's it for now. Stay tuned so you can see more of the beautiful Bahamas, more beautiful vehicles, more beautiful things in the vlog series that we are doing. I'm having right now. Now, after December, more than likely I'm not going to do an everyday vlog for this channel. So it will be, that's where I can focus on other segments of the channel, just to say that beforehand. But for now, my friends, fellow YouTubers, I wish you luck. Please do have a good one, and don't forget, I'll see you on the road.